Hello to all traders and welcome to another Market Insights video brought to you by Orbex. And on this Wednesday, the 13th of July, what is in store for the session? Well, we've seen parity on the euro dollar for the first time in 20 years. Since 2002 was the last time that we saw these levels. I'll go in the chart shortly, but it has been quite a downturn for the euro. So what is in store for the next 6 months? Well, we've had recession fears, inflation fears. We've got later today America's inflation data. Will that help cause another massive downturn for the euro? We'll have to wait and see. Also, we've had British pound news in the early session as well today. That's shook up the market a little bit. We'll look on cable shortly as well, but the euro dollar is what a lot of traders are looking at today. So we've had the worry of the recession in the last quarter of the year. Russia will start giving oil and gas to Europe by the end of the year, or 90% or so. So with that being said, what is in store for a lot of analysts trying to make out what is next for Europe? So looking at the charts at the moment, as I said, from the end of 2002, we haven't seen these lows. We saw almost at the back end of 2016, the 1.03 dollar level being breached. However, it didn't get to parity, but now we have actually that parity in mind. So we'll go on the daily chart just to see what is in store for the currency. I'm not using any indicators apart from the Ichimoku cloud at the moment. This is giving me a good indication that we are in a fully fledged bear market. And as you can see here, from the last level that it broke, where we saw this double bottom, I'll just signal this out for you so it's a little bit easier to see. As you can see here, this was roughly about the 104 region, which we saw in 2016. We got good support off that, and it actually drove up by 1,000 pips. But since then, we've seen another move to the downside. And as you can see here, from the 103 right down to the 101, it's actually trading precariously on that level again. So will it break and will it start falling lower? A lot of bulls have entered the market since we did hit the one parity level. I'm trying to say 101, 10 something, but it's actually at the 1 level. If we look on the 4-hour chart as well, we are now seeing possibly it's not looking too great for the euro. As I said, we've got American inflation fears, data later on in the American session, and this could actually give a bit more of clarity on what the European Central Bank will do at its next meeting, if it's going to really push and hike rates even further like the Fed have been doing, or if it's going to ease into this. We'll have to wait and see, especially with these high inflation fears that's been going on for quite a long time now. So looking on the 4-hour chart, again in a vast bear movement, and now we're seeing just at the bottom of this, just precariously hanging over parity. So what will be in store for that? Moving over to cable as well, we'll just see what's in the news for there. Let's get rid of my original drawings here. So we'll go on to the daily chart quickly just for an overall view of what we're looking at. But as you can see here, very sluggish in a bear market once again, and now we're seeing what is going to be in store for cable. We haven't had good news from the morning session. We did see a spike to the upside, which we'll show you on the 1-hour chart. So when the news was excuse me, when the news was given out at 6 p.m. GMT from the morning news, we did see a spike up in proceedings, but since then it has been quite a move to the downside. We did have some clarity back up to the possible the high end of the 119 region, but since then, as you can see, these bearish candles have been introduced, and we are now trading fully fledged in the Ichimoku candle as well. The Ichimoku cloud as well. Nothing too much to sink our teeth into on the RSI, so it is basically all fundamentally driven. Just be careful on if you're trading on cable at the moment or euro dollar that you're not putting too many big bets in, because if we do break that parity handle once again and start moving lower, then we'll see 20-year lows come into place. We'll see more and more of a concern in the Eurozone as well. So just keep an eye on what we're looking at in the near term, and you will probably be safe with us. Any questions or comments, please feel free to add them to the YouTube link that we're going to give out, and then we'll see if any of your ideas as well can come into play on the market. So until then, we'll speak again tomorrow for the latest in fundamental headlines, and bye for now.